When did a bully learn the hard way that even the gentlest kids have a breaking point? My little brother Tommy was the kid everyone picked on. He was small for 15, wore glasses that were always crooked. He'd rather read books about space than play sports. For 2 years, this kid named Blake made Tommy's life hell, knocking his lunch tray over, shoving him into lockers, stealing his homework and ripping it up. The usual terrible stuff bullies do. Tommy never fought back, not once. He'd just pick up his stuff and walk away. Mom kept telling him to tell a teacher, but Tommy said it would only make things worse. I was 3 years older and away at college. I'd call home and hear it in his voice, that tired sound, like he was carrying something heavy all the time. The school didn't do anything. Blake's dad was some big donor to the football program. Every time Tommy reported something, Blake would get a warning, then he'd get meaner. It got so bad Tommy started eating lunch in the bathroom, skipping classes where Blake was. His grades dropped. He stopped talking at dinner. I came home for spring break and barely recognized him. He'd lost weight, had dark circles under his eyes, flinched whenever a door slammed. That Friday, I drove him to school, told him I'd pick him up after. As he got out of the car, I saw Blake waiting by the front entrance with his friends, all of them laughing and pointing. Tommy saw them too. His whole body tensed up, but he just adjusted his backpack and walked toward the door. I should have stayed. I should have waited, but I had to get to work, so I left. The call came at 2 in the afternoon. The principal, saying there'd been an incident. Tommy was suspended. Could I come get him immediately? When I got there, Tommy was sitting in the office with ice on his knuckles. His shirt was torn, glasses bent, but he was calm, weirdly calm. The principal started explaining. There was a fight in the cafeteria, multiple witnesses. Tommy had attacked Blake without provocation. I looked at my brother. He was staring at the floor, not saying anything. Then Blake's mom showed up, started screaming about how Tommy was dangerous, how her son needed stitches, how she was calling the police. That's when Tommy finally spoke. His voice was quiet, but clear. He didn't tell you the whole story. The principal told him to be quiet, but Tommy kept going. Blake took my phone during lunch, read my messages out loud to everyone. Private messages between me and mom, about dad leaving, about money problems, about me seeing the counselor for anxiety. Tommy's voice cracked, but he didn't stop. Everyone was laughing, recording it on their phones. Blake was making jokes about how my dad didn't want me, how I was too pathetic to stand up for myself. I asked him 3 times to give my phone back. He said no, so I took it back. The room went silent. Blake's mom started to say something, but Tommy wasn't done. He shoved me first, into a table. My glasses fell off. I couldn't see clearly, but I could hear everyone laughing, so I hit him. Tommy looked up then, right at me, not at the principal, not at Blake's mom, at me. I hit him until someone pulled me off. I'm not sorry. I'm tired of being nice to people who are cruel. The principal tried to lecture about violence never being the answer, about proper channels, about school policy, but then the vice principal walked in with a laptop. She'd reviewed the cafeteria cameras, watched the whole thing. Blake had shoved Tommy first, had destroyed his phone, had been filmed by other students humiliating him for 5 straight minutes while teachers walked past and did nothing. The suspension got dropped. Blake got expelled, not for the fight, but because when they checked his phone, they found videos of him bullying 12 different kids over 2 years. Stuff he'd recorded himself, stuff he'd shared with his friends for laughs. Turns out Tommy wasn't his only victim, just the quietest one, the one who took it the longest. On the drive home, Tommy was silent for 20 minutes. Then he said something I'll never forget. I didn't snap because I was angry. I snapped because I stopped being afraid. There's a difference. Blake's friends left him alone after that, stopped sitting with him at lunch, stopped laughing at his jokes. 2 months later, Blake transferred schools. His parents couldn't handle the embarrassment. Tommy went back to eating in the cafeteria, started joining clubs again. His grades came back up. He even made a few friends. Kids who'd been scared of Blake too. Last week, Tommy graduated high school, got a scholarship to study engineering. During his speech, he thanked everyone who supported him through hard times. Then he said something that made the whole auditorium go quiet. To anyone being bullied right now, being kind doesn't mean letting people hurt you. Knowing when to stop being gentle isn't weakness, it's survival. Half the students stood up and clapped, kids I'd never seen before, all of them nodding, understanding exactly what he meant. Blake's parents didn't come to graduation, but his little brother did, sat in the back row by himself. After the ceremony, he walked up to Tommy and apologized, said watching what happened to my brother changed how he treated people. Tommy shook his hand, told him we all get chances to be better. That kid's in Tommy's engineering program now. They study together every Thursday. Sometimes the gentlest people aren't weak, they're just waiting for a reason to stop being gentle. My brother found his.